What's up, guys? I'm back to you with a video on the 416 this time around. Despite the whole corona shit going on, I'm back then before it really got so bad as it is right now. I got to go to the shooting range. It's actually like an outdoor event. Like half an hour I live near Zurich. And I brought the 416 along some of the other guns that you may have seen on Instagram, like the Scar and the Mark 18. And there's one special thing on these outdoor events, is that all guns need to be shot suppressed. Okay? I mean, the place where you shoot is like near some sort of village, so of course maybe that's why they want to keep it low with regard to the volume. So I shot the 416 suppressed with my B&T Rotex 5 compact, and I witnessed something actually quite funny. This thing slams fire. So what does it mean? Basically, you put it on semi, you shoot, and like more than one round leave the gun. Okay, so for security purposes it's a big no-go. And I was a bit puzzled at the beginning. Having said this, like, I never shot this gun suppressed. I just shot it semi-auto, and back then it was working. I didn't pay too much attention, and I said okay, you know, and I didn't invest too much time into calibrating, spraying, and buffer weight. I must say I bought the lower for some guy that normally is very savvy on HK, and to be honest, I said, you know, I'm not gonna be shooting full auto suppressed or something like this, so that maybe you do run into some sort of cycling issues when it really counts. If you do just some random plinking, most of the times it's okay. But this thing was lamp firing, so I was shooting one round, and basically the bolt cycles, and when it gets home, the firing pin has sort of too much momentum, too much inertia on it, and it fires the second round. So as far as security goes, big no-go. And I was a bit concerned. I tried it once, was lamp firing, then I just put one round in the magazine, was working fine, then I put 2 rounds, just shot both. I was like, okay, let's stop this. It was also a bit awkward because people were thinking that I had a full auto, whereas actually it's semi-auto, even though the markings are there. So, you know, I didn't want to sort of catch too much attention on that. But it's okay, it can happen. If you're talking AR with springs and buffers, it's just a matter of calibrating. So what have I done now? I discussed it with another gun shop owner that's also very savvy on HK. He actually had one spare spring for the 416 platform, which I bought, and what I'm waiting now is an H3 buffer. That combination should be good enough for to run it suppressed and unsuppressed without slam fires. The new HK416 also have another feature that actually is also on the MR223A3, and that's some added security sort of features here, in where you see there's this cut in the bolt carrier group. There is like a piece of metal that comes down and blocks the firing pin. Okay, and you actually, in order for the hammer to hit it and ignite the round in the new 416 and in the new MRs, you actually need some triggers that are compatible with this mechanism. Like some Geissele are, some Geissele are not, for instance. Not that I have any Geissele, but still, like, the added safety feature, I think it came exactly because of this reason, because it's quite violent. But since I couldn't give 2 fucks about this, I didn't, when I put together the upper, I didn't get this added safety feature. Now, why is that? I got the HK firing pin with the mushroom head, which is a bit heavier, and I got also the firing pin safety, so you can see that it bounces automatically back. That should be, in theory, should be enough, in my opinion, for the use that I have in mind. Moreover, the extra security sort of pin that goes at the top of the BCG is nowhere to be found. Okay, I guess it's probably easier to buy a new MR223 and get it from there, as opposed to finding it off the shelf somewhere or ordering via HK or on the aftermarket. But yeah, long story short, I mean, you know, I don't think that I'm quite confident that with the new spring and buffer weight, it should be okay, even suppressed. I'm gonna try it out at the range as soon as I get the H3 buffer, which due to the coronavirus is gonna take some time, I reckon. Nevertheless, if you are savvy on HK and have some insights on slam firing HK416, feel free to comment below. And yeah, looking forward to trying this out at the range. It's a cool gun. I mean, with it was hitting steel at the range, you know, immediately, even though I was shooting too much. But the iron sights still do a very nice job. The gun is very nice. The looks is spot on. So it was kind of stupid again that I had this issue and I couldn't shoot it also in the dynamic range. But yeah, look forward. I'm gonna let you know how it goes and report the insights that I have with H3 buffer and the HK spring. Maybe if you want to put a 416 up yourself, this is gonna be some useful info. As said, if you have some info for the 416 slam firing, please post it below. It's a continuous learning curve also for me. Looking forward. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay safe and have a nice Sunday.